Welcome to To Be Continued. We're your host. I'm Christian,
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Riley.
and today's episode we're doing these Week 2 game slate of predictions. Before we get started, I think it should just be proper. We crown our champion of Week 1, Caleb, with a phenomenal record of 13-3. Sadly, Ezra couldn't make it with us this week. He went 11-5. Riley went 8-8, and here I come pulling up the rear, 4-12. Week 1's one of the hard weeks to prepare because you think you know a team, but you really don't know a team. You'll probably notice that as these weeks go on, all of our records will kind of end up looking similar just because, well, it should, because you kind of get to know these teams a little more. But with that get started, Caleb, you can get us started because, well, you had the best record of Week 1. So the first game is Bills at Dolphins, Thursday Night Football. And before we get into this, Ezra did pick the Bills, probably smartly, because Raheem Mostert's out of the game and Achane is questionable. Game time decision.
Is it in Buffalo or in Miami?
It's in Miami.
All right. Is Tyreek Hill going to take an Uber? Or is he driving himself?
Heard he's coming in a backseat.
Oh, man. I think Miami. I think this is going to be a good game, honestly. I'm picking Miami. I don't love Buffalo's skill position players without Stephon Diggs. Who'd they beat Week 1?
Cardinals. They came back.
Yeah.
They were down big.
Yeah, they were down 17-0.
So they beat nobody Week 1. They beat a average high school team.
They beat the best team in the
that
NFL.
let Marvin Harrison Jr. just waste.
Yep.
One catch, 4 yards. Kyler doesn't have to force in the ball. Riley?
This is it's a divisional game. This will be a tough game, no matter what. But I think I got to go with the Dolphins, just because they have a lot more receivers on that team.
You see, there's just something about Miami that I don't want to trust this season. Like last week, I was almost right about that Jaguars game. I told y'all that they were going to win big time. They were going to, and then Travis Etienne fumbled that football. Now, am I trusting Buffalo? I think I have to this week, just because if, aliens had a gun pointed at me, fate of the universe is on the line. Tua or Josh Allen? I want Josh Allen.
Yeah, I'd rather have 47-year-old Tom Brady.
I mean, that's also true, but I'm taking
Or
the
Matt
Bills.
Stafford. Or I wouldn't want either one of those dudes, to be honest.
It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, before I move on, I'm going to be doing this now because I don't want another thing that happened Sunday night to happen again. Caleb, you're going with the Dolphins, correct?
Yes.
Riley, you're going with the Dolphins,
Yep.
and I'm going with the Bills. All right, to the 1 o'clock window we go. Giants at Commanders is the first game we'll be discussing. Ezra chose the Commanders. Riley?
I also will be choosing the Commanders. That team looked pretty good.
All right, Caleb?
It's Commanders are playing who? I wasn't even listening.
Giants.
Daniel Jones. Caleb?
It's Commanders and Giants, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you said? Yeah,
It's in
Commanders, Giants.
It's in Commanders. It's at Commanders Field.
I don't want to pick the Commanders because I don't think they're any good. But I think the Giants are so bad. And they're just melting down. Kayvon Thibodeau doesn't want to answer questions even though he was a no-show. I think I might have been wrong about that, dude. I was really excited
I'm also on that.
when they drafted him and who's the other one they drafted? The offensive
Evan Neal.
lineman. I
on the
said,
bench.
man, this is the way to go. But both of them have been meh.
Dude, I'll be honest.
So-
Thibodeau's injury in his first season definitely stunted him.
He had 12
Now,
sacks.
you know
sacks last year.
what stunted Thibodeau? He has no drive to be great.
Yup.
The same thing that stunted him at Oregon.
It's the same thing that stunted Chase Young.
And I think the same thing happened to both of them. You got drafted on teams that were not good.
Yep.
So you weren't like being really pushed as they needed to be. Anyway, yeah, neither here nor there. I'm picking the Commanders just because the Giants stink. I'm not a believer in the Commanders, but the Giants stink.
Okay. So one part of my brain keeps telling me to pick the Giants.
Stop it.
Daniel Jones owns us.
Daniel Jones sucks.
He owns us.
He has been successful, but
He kills us.
The team doesn't like him.
However, another part of my brain keeps saying, we can't keep losing to this bum, especially how bad he looked week 1. Like last year, I was okay losing. You know why? Because it got us to Jay Daniels. Like I was like, okay, yeah, this gets us to our next quarterback. You know what? I'm tired of losing and saying we had to lose. No. It's time for us to be the reason they get the 3rd overall pick. Give me the Commanders. I'm gonna regret that. But give me the Commanders. It's who I want. Who I'm praying we win.
Giants stink.
It's a free win for the Giants, though.
All right, Raiders at Ravens. I think. Do I even have to go? Do we all pick Ravens?
Yeah, Ravens.
Yeah.
Raiders have nothing going for them. Only way the Raiders could win some games is if Tom Brady comes down out of that booth.
I think.
But why would he play for the Raiders?
True. Browns at Jaguars. Caleb?
Man, I don't believe in Deshaun Watson, so I'm gonna say Jaguars.
Riley?
Unless Jameis plays.
Who'd the Browns just play? I forgot.
It's Cowboys.
They got worked.
And I was at home.
Yeah. I think I got it with the Jaguars, too. Better coach, better quarterback.
Yep. I'm going to be going with Jacksonville for two reasons. One, I think they have the better quarterback, but also Doug Peterson went against Jim Schwartz's defense in practice for almost 5 years in a row.
Yep.
So I think that they both know each other, but I just think that an offensive guy usually gets the advantage there. Jets at Titans. Riley?
After watching that game from Will Levis, I think I need to go with the Jets there because he does not know how to throw the ball.
Yep. Caleb?
I've got a hard time predicting the Jets to win a competition of starting with the letter J, as long as Robert Saleh is in charge.
It's true.
So I'm gonna go with the Titans. The Titans had won that game; they just choked it away. So I think they finished the deal here because I think Will Levis is going to be one of those roller coaster guys.
You know,
But I love Aaron Rodgers, and I think we talked about this yesterday. I think what the Jets should do is they should trade Aaron Rodgers to a team that wants to win
Packers.
because the Jets are going nowhere, and I think Aaron Rodgers is still legit. I think Aaron Rodgers is the only guy that is appropriately rated on that roster. Everybody else is massively overrated. And so that team is not good. They're not going to be good. Hassan Reddick would help a lot, but you traded for a guy that wanted an extension, didn't extend him, and then you're surprised he's not playing. So, whatever. The organization's a joke.
So, last week we were talking Titans versus Bears. I picked the Titans to win. One, because I didn't think Caleb Williams would win his debut, and I didn't think he'd look good. I was right. However, I told y'all leading up, I was like, Will Levis reminds me a lot of 2018 Carson Wentz. Well, scratch that. He reminds me of a version of Carson Wentz. It wasn't 2018.
Everything comes back to
It's
Wentz.
2020. He
This guy
looks
just
just
loves,
like,
dude.
yeah,
Every
watch
player in
the
the
film.
NFL
It's a
is
little
just
weird.
Carson
Don't
Wentz.
Watch him, man. I'm telling you,
Get
it's
some
very
help.
similar.
Every player in the NFL.
I
is
cannot
Carson
trust the
Wentz.
2020 version of that.
Get
man.
some help.
Give me the Jets.
Like
They're gonna, I'm gonna say this very easily. They're gonna win that game by 3 scores. Will Levis will be benched going into the fourth quarter.
Man, I
Call him.
cannot wait to see.
who's their backup?
Who Mason Rudolph? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, baby. He
Yeah,
got the
Will
Steelers to the
Levis is
playoffs.
not getting benched.
I don't think you even have to worry that much about Will Levis because Tony Pollard's going to run all over that sorry Jets defense.
All right, now this is the pick I'm intrigued to see who Caleb picks. I think he'll go right, but let's see. Niners at Vikings.
Oh, this is a good one.
We're a barn burner.
I'm picking the Vikings because I like what I saw out of Sam Darnold. I told you he was going to be good. Sam Darnold's more talented than Brock Purdy. I told you that. And I told you that the Vikings were going to be better than you think. Who did I say last week that Sam Darnold's better than? Kyler Murray.
Kyler, yeah.
He is. So, yeah, I'm picking the Vikings. This is going to be a surprise game because the Vikings could have put up 40 if they wanted to. But they kind of just stopped really, like they went into ball control because they were up 28-3 or whatever.
And then Daniel Jones would score a touchdown.
Yeah, so, yeah, give me the Vikings.
I'm going with the Niners. Niners offense is so good, and I think that they're beating the Vikings defense.
You know what? The more I keep thinking about it, before I predict this, I was like, I'm definitely going Niners. The more I keep thinking about it, I'm like, the Niners always have that one game early in the year where they just blow it. And Shanahan has always struggled in Minnesota. I don't know why. Give me the Vikings.
Got a point.
You know what's also the 49ers didn't look like world beaters in that game against the Jets.
No.
The Jets just were terrible.
No, but they also didn't use Ayuk.
I don't know who you think Ayuk is. You and Ayuk must have this.
Ayuk
different
had that
opinion.
drop in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, Ayuk is a run.
Overrated. I'm glad.
Ayuk is a more athletic Riley Cooper.
But he can say the N-word.
Yeah, they both
Wow.
they both use all the same language. No, man, but for real, Brandon Ayuk's overrated. He's a good player. He is a good player.
He's a good player when he wants to be.
He's not $30 million good.
He's at Well, what he provides is he does
is
the
Dak
dirty
Prescott?
work.
Is Dak
Is
Prescott
he?
worth his
Okay,
money?
can I ask you this question then? Is he good or is he just in the Shanahan system?
Yes, I think it's a yes.
Like if he went somewhere else and he had a good quarterback, would he succeed as much as he does in San Francisco?
Well,
Yes.
How much are you like? He's not Justin Jefferson in San Francisco. You know, like
That's what I'm saying.
He's not catching 100 balls no matter what.
Like they gave him $30 million. He had 1,300 yards last year.
So to me, I think Ayuk is good at the other stuff that comes with being a wide receiver more so than like running routes.
Well, he's
scoring
not-
touchdown. Like you guys.
He's a great route runner. Like that's his
Yeah.
superpower.
But I think his really like where the big thing for him is he's a good run blocker. Like he's able to get his nose in there. But yeah,
All right, next game is Chargers at Panthers. I think we're all going to go Chargers, right? Like,
I never want to trust Justin Herbert, but I think the Panthers are going 0-17.
Dude, Christian, let me tell you guys. Christian predicted the Panthers to win, 6 games this
they're gonna
season?
have a better year this year.
I did.
And they looked terrible.
I didn't learn my lesson from last year.
I mean, what do they have that would make you feel good about them?
Adam Thielen.
The defense. I trusted.
Who?
Dude,
Who's on the
their defensive
defense?
lineman, their best defensive lineman got hurt.
After he got hurt, but I trust Derek Brown. I really like Derek Brown. And J.C. Horn's a good corner.
That defensive coordinator was a defensive coordinator when was it Baker that hung like 50?
Yeah,
on,
but before
on the
that
Broncos?
Christmas game, though, they were the best. They were
Get out of
top
here!
5
No,
defense.
no, that dude's a horrible coordinator.
All right. Ezra also picked the Chargers. I think I should go through and just
Free
say
one.
who Ezra picked.
Free one.
Ezra and Riley pretty much picked the same.
If they
order.
lose, it's because Justin Herbert sucks, though.
He's not going to have to throw the ball though. Like that's
They're just going to have to run it the
Yeah, I
whole
know.
time. They got the Ravens running
That's
core.
a joke, Christian.
just saying. Like you
Yeah.
keep saying Herbert's going to
Don't
blow a
try and
game
fight
this
him.
year. He's not.
It's a joke. Don't try and
Yeah,
fight him.
yeah, relax. All right,
Like poor
So-
Sean.
Chargers.
Shut up.
We all picked the Chargers.
All right. Seahawks at Patriots. Riley.
Wow. I mean, watching that. Okay, let me start off with this. Geno Smith is the fastest runner on the Seahawks offense, according to the Seahawks, by the way. They posted a picture of their board of their 40-yard, and he had a 21-second 40-yard dash. But the Patriots' defense is a stud this year. They looked good against the Bengals. Granted, the Bengals had no receivers, but they looked good against the Bengals.
How fast did you say his 40-yard dash was?
21 seconds.
No. I mean, no. I mean, the board said no. Sorry, the board said they posted the 40-yard dashes, and he ran 21 miles per
Yeah,
hour.
there we go.
That's what I meant. Sorry. But the Patriots defense looked good. I think that their offense can be okay. So I think that I'm going to take the Patriots against the Seahawks.
It's in New England.
Yeah,
so
I think they take
it's
the
cross
Patriots
country.
against the Seahawks.
No. Caleb.
Look, I think this is going to be a good game because I think Jacoby Brissett is he's a perfect quarterback for what New England wants to do.
I agree.
You just want your quarterback to just not make mistakes, and so I think he's the perfect quarterback for that. However, I think Seattle's going to win just because New England won last week, and everyone except for the wise ones on this panel that said that the Patriots would win.
He didn't pick the Bengals.
Yeah, I know. I know.
He said the wise ones in
Yeah,
this
me and Ezra
sarcasm,
and I
Christian.
picked the Patriots, I believe. I know I did. But I think the Patriots caught people by surprise last week. They ain't doing it again. So
Okay.
I think Seattle wins, even though Seattle's meh.
I 100% agree with you. I think, yes, they're going cross country, but the Patriots, I'm trying to remember who was the team last year that won week 1. So I remember them surprising everyone. They were like, whoa. And then they went and played another team that's a little better than they were, and then they just lost. And I kind of see this happen. Like, Patriots fans this week are like, we beat the Bengals? Maybe we might be good this year.
Was it the Cowboys last year? They had that really good week 1, and then they
No.
lost week 2?
That was week 4 they lost.
No, they had a really good season, and then
No,
they got to
yeah,
the playoffs.
that's right. That's right.
and showed who they were.
It might have been the Saints. Saints started off pretty strong last year and then just collapsed.
Maybe.
So but I'm going with the Seahawks. I think Geno ends up throwing for like 3 touchdowns. I just don't
Or
think
running them.
the Patriots don't have enough corners to keep up with those. And I think Kenneth Walker, they don't have a good run block.
You love those Seahawk receivers.
Dude, they're good receivers.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're average at best.
DK is the best receiver.
DK is DK is
DK's
Dorial.
not the one that's going off.
DK is Dorial Green Beckham with a better system.
Hold up now. I
Yes, he
watched
is.
16 games of Dorial Green Beckham.
Don't you say he's the
All DK is a physical specimen. He's not a good receiver. He's not.
Oh my. Oh.
When DK used to match up with Jalen Ramsey, who wasn't even good with the Rams, because they didn't play him right.
Good enough to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but not because of him. Like, they didn't even use him properly. DK got just shut down, clamped. So
Dude, I think this is the hottest take we've ever had on this.
They're
Green Beckham.
Oriole Green Beckham.
Their best receiver is Baldwin. He's better than the other two.
Do you mean Lockett?
And he's like 75.
Yeah, Doug Baldwin.
Yeah, Baldwin's retired.
Doug Baldwin.
Yeah, Lockett. Same thing. They're both 75.
This is a Riley Way take. This is a Riley
No,
Way
it's
take.
not, because they're all sorry.
Dude, the problem with this take is it's serious. My takes are only just to make you mad. These
No,
are serious.
mine is serious because they're not good.
Okay,
They're all just like workout warriors.
Caleb. I watched Dorial Green Beckham play football.
Man, you know what I watched last week? I watched
He was
DK
out of
go
the
up to
league
make
after.
I watched DK go up to make a contested catch on the sideline. Didn't catch it. Didn't stay in. Get that dude out of here. Nah.
Dorial
Sorry.
Green Beckham wouldn't have jumped and would have got picked. Riley,
Okay.
you watched Dorial Green Beckham. What was he like?
Dorial Green
Okay.
Beckham. Dude, there's a reason Dorial Green Beckham isn't in the league anymore.
He wasn't even in the league after 2 years. He was a bum. Like DK's not a bum. Like you could, if you had a chance to get DK Metcalf on your team for $1 million, you don't want him.
No, he's a team of blue.
For $1 million. Yes, I'm taking
I would rather have 45-year-old Terrell Owens, 48-year-old Terrell, however old he is. I'd rather have him right now than DK Metcalf.
I might just edit this out to save him.
That's crazy.
No, I don't care. Say it.
That's crazy.
All right.
Okay, Dorial Green Beckham was a reach.
So-
I'll admit. However, let me clarify. That was a reach.
He realized that he sounds like me. Like,
No, but I mean he's not a good receiver. Like, he's not good. Watch him play 16 games. He ain't good.
You know, okay.
He'll have big games because
Who
he's
you-
a physical specimen.
Who
That's
you
what
mean
he
to
is.
say he reminds you of? Remember the old Titans that guy that also went to the Browns, Kevin Britt, who was really big?
Kenny Britt, former Ram.
former Ram as well.
Yeah.
That's who you like. That would be who like
Yeah,
not
Yeah,
great,
no.
not horrible. Kenny Britt in Tennessee was pretty good.
Yeah, he was decent.
That's
for the
much
Rams
better than
one
saying
year, too.
Dorial Green Beckham.
Dorial Green Beckham
I haven't heard that name in a
was an
while.
exaggeration to prove a point. It's like me comparing Kyler Murray to Jamarcus Russell, which I would also do because same
I
talent.
don't know. I think Kyler Murray's better than Matthew
No,
Stafford.
Jamarcus Russell's more talented.
Oh no.
Okay,
he didn't
carry
say,
on.
He didn't say that.
All right. So anyway,
Seahawks.
you
so
love the Seahawks receivers, but
me and Caleb
Average,
picked
mid.
the Seahawks. Ezra and Riley picked the Patriots. Saints at Cowboys. Ezra picked the Saints in this game. Caleb,
Cowboys.
Riley,
Also picking the Cowboys.
Christian, Cowboys.
I think Cowboys probably win this one by a lot.
I do too.
Saints
I do
ain't
not
good,
trust it. Everybody's like, "Ooh, they played the Panthers, y'all." Let's
Yeah.
calm
I was
down.
gonna say Saints
So,
defense looked
yeah.
good, but they played the Panthers.
Derek Carr throws 4 picks.
And Lattimore left injured.
I'm calling it
Yes.
out. Derek Carr throws 4 picks.
Lattimore
this
did
game.
get hurt.
All right, Buccaneers at Lions. This is my game of the week.
This
This
is a
is the
good
one I
game.
cannot wait to watch.
Yeah, this will be the best game, I think.
Caleb,
And it's at Detroit.
it's in Detroit.
I don't think Detroit played that well against the Rams. Amon-Ra St. Brown was a no-show. Detroit beat Tampa in the playoffs, right?
Tampa Bay lost 4. There's 5 starting corners versus Washington. 2 with the injury.
Oh, their entire pass defense is gone.
Yeah, You know what? I'm gonna say Detroit wins just because they did. To me, they didn't look very good week 1, and Tampa did. So I think Detroit's going to be a little bit more
It's gonna have to be a
motivated to show
shootout.
up.
It's gonna have to be a shootout.
You also got to remember. Sorry.
But
You also
Detroit
got to remember
secondary
that
is
Tampa played.
DC.
DC.
That was week 1 of a new regime.
Yeah,
new
the
everything.
Lions played the Rams, so the
Yeah.
Lions had a tougher game
Yep.
than the
But
Buccaneers.
the Lions
did.
are coming out.
And it was a brutal game. And it was an
It
overtime
was.
game.
It was a. Yeah, it was very brutal.
Yeah.
I think I got to go with the Lions here. I think even if Amon-Ra doesn't show up, they got Sam Laporta, and it's a tough team.
Ezra picked Tampa Bay. I'm kind of leading both ways, but with those 4 corners being out,
Yeah, that's what really gave it for the
it's
Lions.
like hard to even find a scenario. I'm going to go with the Lions to win that.
Yeah.
I still think it's going to be a good
The
game.
Lions' corners are also still not good.
True,
True.
but Lions' pass offense is normally pretty good.
And then I think this is another one of those games where we can all straight down pick the same team. It's Colts at Packers. No Jordan Love. I think I'm going Colts.
No Jordan Love, you're going Colts.
No
I think I'm also going Colts.
Caleb.
I did watch that Packers backup, and he did not look. Who was it? Malik
He
Willis.
was in for like one play.
He's only been there for 2 weeks.
He was here for 2 weeks, and he threw a Jalen Hurts Hail Mary.
He's not Baker Mayfield. He's not learning a playbook that he's going to say they're going to win. Oh,
Packers.
Oh,
He threw a Jalen Hurts Hail Mary.
Look,
oh
man,
no, we won't further than that.
watch.
I don't know.
Watch.
I don't know about that.
I'm saying Packers because I think, what's his name is a good coach.
Matt LaFleur.
I think LaFleur has an offense that LaFleur's going to come with an offense that can give him up to 14 points to 20 points.
So you trust the Packers defense to hold them under 20?
I just don't think the Packers are going to start 0-2.
Well, let me just say this. The Texans had the ball for 40 minutes versus the Colts, and the Colts still put up 27 points. And I would say the Texans have
The Texans have a pretty good defense this year.
a decent defense.
Okay, but they also, the Texans also allowed basically 2 70-yard throws. Do you think that Green Bay does that with Jair Alexander on the field? And
You know,
Xavier
Jair
McKinney?
Alexander is the most overrated corner in all football. Every time I look up, that dude has his back turned and
I think I
gets
could agree
fried.
with that take.
I mean, I agree that he's overrated, but
I think he's more of a
This is kind of
zone.
coming back to like the me and the DK Metcalf thing. Like he's still good.
Okay.
Oh, he's
just
good.
not,
Yeah,
he's
like
not
I
the
think
best
he's
corner in the league.
above average, but I think that he's more of a zone guy than a man-to-man guy.
But this is my problem. Like he'll be on Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman will be out. Who's guarding Adonai Mitchell? Like I know you guys did not.
I think that if they move Jair Alexander later in his career, once he moves to safety, he's going to look a lot better than he did at corner.
Yeah, I think they're going to establish the run this time.
Like
I think so
They still
too.
got Josh Jacobs. That backup looked pretty good too.
That is true. The
So-
the Eagles' run defense is one of the better ones in the league, so they couldn't get it going.
Well, I also blame the turf. I mean,
That's true.
Yeah, that was just a
can we
not-
get away from international?
That was a
games,
lousy
NFL?
game
Like,
to watch.
Like, unless you're going to build NFL stadiums in every single one of these countries.
Yeah,
they
don't
go
make
play-
another
like,
NFL
don't-
team
please
play in soccer
don't-
stadiums.
Yeah.
Don't go to soccer stadiums. You're getting
You-
people hurt. You got Jordan Love
Yeah,
killed.
you owe the You owe the
Yeah.
Packers 6 weeks of love game checks.
And, I went back and watched the Packers-Eagles game. Jordan Love was working on his calf halfway through the game. Like, I'm still not high on him after that, though. Like, I was going in. Not so. Caleb's
I'm picking the
back.
Packers. I might be wrong, but I gotta go. I am a Liberty alum.
You had 2 games to give.
I graduated from Liberty University, as did my boy
Did you?
Malik Willis.
You did.
So I'm gonna ride with him. I
You
should have worn my
graduated from
Liberty
Liberty.
shirt today.
That's crazy.
I have one. Should have wore it.
I'm rooting for. I do like
Packers.
Malik Willis. I'm rooting for him.
This was for you.
I
Ethan,
just don't think.
if
he's
I'm
gonna-
wrong. All
Did
right.
you guys graduate at the same time? Or no?
Me and Malik.
Yeah.
No.
Too
Sadly.
funny. All right, Steelers at Broncos.
Ooh.
Riley.
I gotta go with the Steelers on this one. They didn't look too bad.
Caleb. Oh, Ezra picked the Broncos.
Is Russell Wilson back?
No, it's Justin Fields.
It's Justin
starting.
Fields, but Justin Fields was able to get out of the pocket a lot.
Justin Fields did not throw one pass in between the hashes.
Yes.
Everything was outside.
Yes, he got out of the pocket a lot.
I'm gonna say the Steelers because I really liked the Broncos coming into last week, and I don't think they looked great. So I'm gonna say Steelers, and I think that Steelers defense is still gonna be good. T.J. Watt is a stud.
Yep.
So
And here, I'm picking the Steelers as well. And the reason I'm saying that, they went 0-6 in the red zone last week. They were getting
Yeah.
there. And here's the craziest thing. They didn't score one touchdown. That was the best the Steelers offense has looked in years. Do you know how sad that is to be a fact?
and that Falcons they've got some legit players on their defense.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm picking the Steelers.
All I'm saying is
Broncos
you
don't.
hated on Justin Fields for years.
Justin Fields' best. I'm still. Hey,
You hated on him for years.
whoa! I'm still hating on him. He's not. He's not their future.
He's their
He's
future.
not their future.
Chicago
to learn-
should have kept him.
Do they play the Commanders this year?
Who, the Steelers?
Steelers?
Yes.
Yes,
I hope they win by 50.
They will.
they probably will.
They will.
We don't have that great of a team. All right, now this is the fun one.
Oh, I know who I'm
Ezra picked the Cardinals.
No.
That's an absolute
Rams at
joke.
Cardinals.
Absolute joke.
Caleb, Rams is guaranteed his pick.
Rams by at least 2 scores.
Now, wait a minute. Are we sure we're going with the Rams? Because last week we had a
Rams by at least 2 scores.
Rams by at least 2 scores. Riley.
I gotta go with the Rams. I'm a Cardinals guy, but the Rams are just a stud team.
I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams. This isn't even... Why? I mean, everybody's like, well, the Rams are missing... Who do the Cardinals have on their defensive line that can take advantage of this offensive line now?
And the other good thing for the Rams this week is that they will have prepared for whatever that offensive line is going to look like.
Yeah.
They were just kind of thrown to the wolves with like 4 backups at one point. I think they're gonna have a plan in place that's gonna try and help out that offensive line.
Yeah, yeah. And can I just say this before we move on, though? Sean McVay, you're a great head coach. But can we please run the football?
And free Tutu, let him play.
Free Tutu, free
Let him
Blake
play.
Corum? I mean, come on, guy.
Yeah, you gotta run the ball.
Tyler Johnson's getting snaps
What's-
over Tutu.
What's their stat? Like they never lose when the Rams like run the ball 25 times.
Yeah.
I forget what it is, but like they're so much better.
And it's not
Run
like he
the
doesn't
ball.
have good backs back there to run the football.
Kyron
Yeah.
Williams is a stud. I drafted
Yeah.
him this year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still, Rams gonna win.
Yep.
This will probably be a big week, honestly, for the Rams run game.
I think it will.
See,
It'll wake him up.
Rams are going to put up 40.
They got a good D line in
I
Detroit.
envision it
The
now.
only problem with the Rams is they've lost their guy.
Oh, they brought back Witherspoon. Did you see that?
No,
Yeah,
Kello.
Yeah, Kello.
They
Interesting.
lost their
Interesting
guy
move.
Puka Nakua for at least 4 weeks.
And for all the bums out there saying Tre'Davious White didn't play good week 1, what were you watching? Dude
Yeah,
comes
one
off
play.
an injury and had one bad snap out
Against one of the
league.
fastest guys in the NFL.
Really? He looked pretty good to me.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Bengals at Chiefs. Caleb, don't make the same mistake as last week, please.
I will not. Chiefs.
Riley.
If T. Higgins and Jamar Chase both play, I'm taking the Bengals. They had no run offense, but also Joe Burrow had no receivers.
Ezra took the Chiefs, and I've been off the Joe Burrow's the best quarterback in football train for 2 years now, and I'm staying off that. Give me the Chiefs. I'm going to make a ready. This is a crazy take. I don't think Joe Burrow beats Pat Mahomes again for the rest of his career.
It's tough, but
Okay.
also the Chiefs. I wouldn't say the Chiefs struggled against the Ravens, but that was a close game. That was a very close game.
Here's the thing. This is the best. The Chiefs' offense is the best it's looked in a long time, and they faced a way better defense last week versus the Ravens than they do this week versus the Bengals. Like,
That's true, but the Bengals always figure their defense out. Their
If
defense
the-
always looks pretty
if
decent.
the Patriots had actual offensive weapons, like they actually had people getting open versus the Bengals, and that was the Patriots with bums out there. Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, greatest guy in America.
See, but Xavier Worthy wasn't utilized other than that couple runs. That was a crazy take, by the way.
Did you
But-
say what? He wasn't. Didn't
He
score
wasn't
2
utilized.
touchdowns?
But other than those 2 touchdowns, he wasn't utilized. Like he got the one little end around run play, and he got a little.
He's like 100 pounds.
You
How
know,
much you
float.
want to use him?
But they have multiple weapons. That's the thing. They still have Juju Smith-Schuster he's getting more accurately back to that offense.
Just wait till dude. Juju's gonna get benched once Hollywood Brown
Do it.
goes back.
I mean, he would, but Hollywood's not back this week.
The Rams speedster doesn't even get to play.
See, I was bringing this up to him last night. Everybody this weekend, it didn't matter the sport. Not sport. It didn't matter the league, college and the NFL. Anybody with speed guys, after Andy Reid ran it on Thursday night, everybody was doing these end arounds with the receiver, the fast ones, because it gets him in a run game. McVay sees that and he's like, well, we got a fast guy in Tutu. Well, you know what? They did run an end around that game. Went back and watched it. Tyler Johnson got the end around, guys. Tyler Johnson. You know, he probably runs a 21-second 40-yard dash.
That rookie guy did get an end around, and he scored or got a first down, but they got a call back.
Yeah.
Because A.J.R. Curry was holding on literally every play.
All right.
Every snap that dude was holding. Get that dude out of there.
Sunday Night Football. Bears at Texans. I think we're all going Texans, right? Nobody's going Bears.
Okay, the Bears' offense scored 0 points against the Titans.
Yeah.
They're gonna
And the
score more-
Titans do not have a good defense.
All right, I can confidently say the Bears are going to score more than 0 points this week on offense.
Texans.
I think I'm taking the Texans.
Yeah.
Because they got Daniel Hunter now, don't they?
Yep.
That's a tough edge rusher to deal with.
He's getting old, but
He is,
still
but
good.
Definitely take the Texans. C.J. Stroud is light years ahead. Everybody wanted to say he's light years ahead of Caleb Williams. Everyone wanted to say Caleb Williams could come in and be Pat Mahomes. No, I told you he reminds me of Zach Wilson. Like he can make there's throws he makes you like whoa.
if you want to talk about anybody who came in to be Pat Mahomes, C.J. Stroud is probably the closest to it.
My kind of bold,
At least for the last 3
my
years.
kind of bold take about this game would only just be that I think it might be a little closer than you think,
I think it could be close.
but I don't think that there's much chance that the Bears win.
But to me, I don't think it would be close because of Caleb Williams. Because of that Bears
No,
defense.
yeah,
Yes.
that's what I mean. Like, I
Yes.
think this could be a
But I
close
also
game,
think-
but I think the Texans win.
I also think that the Texans have a lot more weapons on their offense than than the Titans do. So it'll be a lot more difficult for the Bears defense to contain them.
Yep.
yeah.
So we're all picking Texans, and the last game of the week, Monday Night Football, ESPN NFL. Why do you guys keep putting Kirk Cousins on Monday Night Football versus the Eagles on week 2? This
Like
is
to
the
see him
third
fail.
straight year. Like, can we stop this?
I like to see him fail.
I'm tired of seeing this game become a blowout. Like, Caleb, Eagles.
Look, man, I do think Kirk Cousins is going to get better, but not this week.
Okay.
Eagles.
He scared me. Ezra picked the Eagles, Riley?
That Eagles team looked tough on that slippery turf, but I think that there's a lot, especially with Saquon on that slippery turf. If he didn't tear anything on that game, I've got confidence for the rest of the season.
I'm picking Eagles. And I will say this. If the Falcons somehow win, it's going to be because everybody's picking Eagles.
Yes.
It's going to be one of those games where it's just like...
Don't get me
everybody-
wrong. The Falcons' defense is tough, but that Eagles' offense is probably the best in the league
I
right
think
now.
if Kirk Cousins, like, I just don't know how long it's going to take Cousins to get back into this, like, the swing of things. If he can, even. I mean, he's getting older.
He's old, yeah.
Coming off of an Achilles injury, right?
Yep.
It was Achilles,
Yep.
right? So,
Achilles.
yeah. So, I mean, he didn't look very good throwing the ball.
No.
So, if he comes out like looking like vintage Kirk Cousins, which he's never done on primetime, then the Falcons have a chance. But
And-
otherwise,
I'd take the Eagles because James Bradbury is still hurt. So he will not be on the defense, and as long as James Bradbury's not playing, that defense looks good.
You know, before we get off this game, I do got to say, I think we should all give Ezra his round of applause. He did call. He was the only one last week. Said the Steelers are going to win that. And he said it wasn't because he thought the Steelers were good. Said it was because he didn't trust the Falcons. And we
Yep.
all thought he was crazy. We're like, what are you doing?
Yep. But congratulations
right.
to Kyle Pitts. You
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
look like
yeah.
a tight end now.
He scored a touchdown.
man,
I
got a
know.
touchdown.
Third one in the last 2 years.
I know.
Can you believe it? He's scored as many. Actually, no. He scored as many touchdowns in the last 2
He's
years
back.
as
He's
Daniel Jones
arrived.
has thrown touchdowns. Actually,
He's
he
arrived.
scored more. That's pathetic. All right.
Good thing
Anyway.
I picked him.
Game 2 slate's done. What a great week 1 it was. Hopefully week 2 can be just as fun. And before we get out of here, please please subscribe, enjoy football, and comment who do you think you're going to win. We want to get y'all's predictions. We want to get y'all's records in. We want to see who's the best at predicting football. Anyway, till next time. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have something to say?
Relative.
After this
Say something.
episode and these hot takes this episode, I want to hear their hot takes because there's been some crazy ones in this episode.
Yeah.
So I want to hear your guys'.
The Green Beckham one was fake. Scratch.
I'm editing all that.
Just
It's
scratch
fake.
the name, but like put someone else in there.
No. This is staying in. Everybody, you're going to be
okay.
seeing this conversation through
Yeah.
live time.
Okay.
Anyway, until next time.
To be continued.